All right, welcome to round two here for our Final Fantasy first Mega Draft that will help decide the winner of the league. We got Ryan M here facing against Matthew, who we saw win the first round. Paul has gone to bed since it's well past midnight over in Europe, and so Jack H is going to be joining me here for the last two rounds. What's going on in Matthew's hand over there? We see a flurry of cards being cast here in the early game by Ryan.
Yeah, I mean, his hand's pretty reasonable. He has two more lands. He doesn't have a green source, but he has a Shire Terrace. And he has one of his synthesizers. He has a Grabby Giant, Phyrexian Espionage, which we saw do a lot of work in round one. Inherited Envelope and Many Partings, and he's just top decked a Frolicking Familiar.
Okay. Yeah, so one thing that we saw that Matthew wasn't good at is like combating against like a decent start from the opponent, like an assertive start. And Ryan's definitely has an assertive start here, one, two, and three. So we did see during the pool review, he is playing a base white black deck with some red cards. And I mean, this is like a pretty assertive start to the game here.
Interesting to me that he's choosing to make a treasure. He had the Frolicking Familiar, so he could have pinged that Battlefly. Um, I feel like I like that a little better. I mean, he can do it this turn, but it just would have saved him a bit of damage.
Yeah, I feel like he's been like pretty selective with his. He does not have that much interaction, so he's been pretty selective with it. But yeah, that's probably a fine thing to do.
And the ping's not going to hit very many things anyway.
And we got a couple of nice card velocity spells here. We got Resentful Revelation, and he's got a Limbas, uh, and he gets to put a Cult Conscript in the graveyard. So I believe if a non-skeleton creature died, you can bring it back.
Yeah, that's right. And it's tapped.
Yeah,
I
Limbas
mean,
here. I forget where when you do what with this. Okay, you get to scry and
you
draw a card right away. Very nice.
and then it's just like a food that shuffles back
Goes
in.
back in the deck. Yeah. All right, he's drawn his
Uh,
one of his few rares here with the Ninja's Blades.
Matthew's only creatures right now are the creatures that you see. So he doesn't have a whole lot else going on in his hand. It's just he has the experimental synthesizer and espionage, which do get him some more cards. But yeah, at this rate, he may not have the time to dig for more cards with Ryan putting on the pressure.
Yeah, so the weakness of Matthew's deck is that from what we saw, was like sort of like the early game. Like he starts ramping on three, but doesn't have that much of impact to do before three, and definitely does not have a lot of cheap removal. So the way to get, well, get ahead is to do what Ryan's doing, which is play some early creatures and just start attacking him. So
Um,
this farmer gave plus two because there's or plus three. There's three foods in play.
yeah, you count the Levis as well.
Yeah.
I was Chocobo kicks a nice draw here.
Okay.
He can play both. He can play his kick and Frolicking Familiar. And if Ryan doesn't have any interaction, that may slow the board down enough for him to like get his card advantage going and kind of transition into the late game and just stop getting run over.
Yeah. Again, he does have to be extra selective with his removal, but he figured that first strike with any type of pump, I just can never block it. All right. So we
Well,
got
and you got to use it that turn anyway.
um. So let's see. Four cost two. So he's got Argivian Cavalier and Argivian Phalanx in hand, but he can't cast both.
He's one short.
He's also got a Ninja's Blade and an Imperial Oath, so he can get a lot of creatures in play here.
Okay.
So I don't know how good Matthew does against a wide board. Chris never got the board that wide against him
Yeah.
in the first round. Seems like he
Blossom
could be pretty a bit vulnerable to a very wide board.
Blossom Prancer off the top is a nice draw.
I mean, he's just playing two for ones, right? The Frolicking Familiar was a two for one.
Yeah.
Experimental Synthesizer, Blossom Prancer, just
He's got this Phyrexian Espionage, which he's hoping will be a 3-for-1.
and Ryan's letting us know that this is hurting, but even more hurting because he passed all these cards to Matthew. They were two apart, so he did see a lot of these cards going through, and he was just on white black. He said, "Well, I can't really take these fun two for one cards." That Blossom Planter was like pick eight, which was like very alarming.
Ryan was messaging me beforehand when he sent me his deck list that he was very sad that he had to pass to Kyrie because he was the one who opened it.
Oh, yeah, that one that was passed the other way though.
Yeah, I went to Chris, which means it must have passed through at least one other person.
And
I don't
if
remember who's in
Phyrexian
between.
Espionage was not cast in Game Two of the last round, Kyrie would have been cast, and
Yeah.
we'd be watching Chris right now. Actually, so who would have thought that Phyrexian Espionage and Tidepool Turtle would be the difference makers?
So if Matthew wants, he can counter this with the crab, but honestly, it's probably just
I
better to play
think
the
he
crab.
wants a 5/7.
Yeah, right. At this point in the game, and Ninja's Blades is not doing a whole lot on the sports state regardless.
Like, to be fair, Ninja's Blades mostly played like an uncommon.
Yeah, I agree. Um,
So in list is
yeah,
you can tap one creature or multiple creatures.
just one.
Okay, well he's tapping one. Yeah, I couldn't remember if you could tap a bunch of them or just one, but yeah.
He's he's actually he hovered his crab. He was thinking about countering the triggered ability.
Oh, that just seems a little small game.
It does, but trading's not awesome here either. I mean, you have the crab coming down, but you don't know Fryness removal, and his board's getting like big enough that he may just be able to swing past like the crab and the giant.
Yeah, and there's a 4/4 coming down next turn, or this turn. I mean, there's a
Oh,
4/4
that's
coming down
the
this turn,
family.
and then
Yeah,
as soon as he gets another land, he's got 3/2/2s and a scry 3. So
yeah. I mean, that's especially if Matthew just runs out the crab. This like if he doesn't counter this and he just plays the crab next turn, then the Imperial Oath is going to resolve, and that's bad news for someone at 10 life with not a lot of
yeah,
creatures.
he does need another land to get the Imperial Oath, but there's no other counter spells in Matthew's deck. I think he did not end up playing his Essence Scatters, if I recall.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I find is a little weird, especially because his doesn't have that much to do in the early game.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, if you could just Essence Getter your opponent's 2-drop, like that goes a long way in a deck like this. Oh, he
yeah,
can espionage. Ah, he's gonna get to espionage.
oh, this
Yeah.
again. Every
And this
time with the
works.
envelope, his one black source in his entire deck, I believe. I think it's the
This
only thing.
espionage putting in tons of work, getting rid
Wow,
of lots of legacy cards.
yeah, this is going to be the
Um,
Megadraft remembered for Phyrexian espionages, and of course, exactly like what happened to Chris, the 6 land comes off the top here. Oh
oh,
man,
yep.
just brutal, just brutal.
It's Matthew's plot armor.
So he can make his 4/4 to a 5/5.
Sure. He can.
Alternately, he can make
Matthew
a 3
drew.
4. Yeah, this might be a little better. Yeah, and he can attack both.
Well, he drew a Firebolt off the top, which killed Brett. Like any of the creatures on board died to Firebolt.
Yeah.
Um,
Again, we'll see if he deems any of them worthy of his removal, just because we know he's not got unlimited removal.
yeah. Okay, just choosing to trade. I don't think you can afford to like trade that much, but you also can't afford to take that much damage. He's drawn a good amount of lands. The only card besides the Firebolt is Forest. It's just run a return from the wilds, which is
Okay.
another land base.
It's just more lands, but okay. He gets to put a
Yeah.
skeleton into play at the very least. And he can equip here before he passes the turn.
Yeah, I mean, just anything to make the board go a bit wider, I think is good. Um,
Is there a reason to not equip here? Unless the equip costs black.
I think it's just two.
Okay.
I mean, you could eat the food, but you're at 20 and your opponent's like not attacking you. So I think you have a reason to not do that.
Yeah, I mean, he does see the 5/7 here. At some point, he's going to have to like start attacking all potentially.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
just
saying
think it's.
immediately, but
I mean, he's close. The Matthew has a food, so
yeah, he has a food
effectively,
and the five
well,
seven. Oh,
not
okay,
holding a
here's the
food.
reality chip.
Yeah, he just stopped at the chip.
But we got a Hobbit Sting here.
Okay, so
Does that
that
deal to any?
can.
Does that deal to creature or attacking or blocking?
It's any creature, so he can
Well,
actually kill the crab with it.
it's 8 damage. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
I believe it's
it counts
food.
food.
Yeah, creatures are food.
There
I
you
believe
go.
it's any target. It doesn't have to be attacking or blocking. So
Deals X damage to target creature. Yeah. All right. Well, okay. That's the first time I've seen a Hobbit Sting deal 8. I think.
yeah, and
To
it's
be
not
fair, I
even
didn't
in
see
the
that card
normal.
cast very much, but definitely not for 8. I don't remember.
Well, yeah, that's right. I mean, white wasn't great in that set.
Can kind of attack all again.
Yeah, you just swing
He
all.
gets a 1/1 Eden. No, he has to chump block. Yeah.
Yeah, the blocks are bad.
Yeah.
So he's got a synthesizer to get an extra draw, but he can see it's an island.
Yeah, that's not great. So he gets a 2/2. He can gain 3 life. So he's not dead, but
Yeah, and he still has this firebolt in his hand as well.
yeah, I think he just absolutely has to fire it off now on the big thing.
He hasn't left up enough mana to eat a food and
Ooh,
firebolt,
that's a nice draw.
unfortunately.
This one is a nice one here.
Oh, yeah, that is a good one. And that counts artifacts as well, right?
Yeah, that'll track the food. Looks like he's moving over here just to make it a another creature with 2 power.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so I think we're in attack all again mode.
Yeah. So he can either he can eat a food and live, or he can firebolt something and live. Otherwise, options aren't that great.
Probably Firebolt, I would say.
Yeah, I think he's firebolt the vigilance creature,
Makes
because otherwise you're
sense.
forced to chump it.
Yeah, it's also the biggest thing. Yeah, so we did see basically Ryan was able to exploit like one of the weakness of Matthew's deck, which is the early game, where we didn't see Chris do it enough in the first round.
Yeah. He has an Nth Fury on top, and depending on how next turn goes, he could possibly find some more gas if he chooses to reconfigure the chip. But at this point, I think it's probably too little, too late.
Yeah, the Ents Fury is not going to destroy something of of decent size though.
Well, when you're at 2 life, everything's of decent size.
Yeah, well, he's gonna have to trade off his. Let's see what he does here. Blocks like that, and he's gonna Firebolt, I guess.
Yeah, so well, he can't block like that. He has to let the 1/1 through. Um,
Oh, looks like he's gaining the life then.
yes.
He has
If
two
he's chumping
foods, so
4/4, he's definitely gaining the life.
yeah, he has 2 foods, so that's up to 8 life.
Um, yeah, that's right. So you can just munch both of his food.
Okay,
I mean, this block's fine.
so as good as it's gonna get right now, I would say.
Yeah, it's gonna put an extra counter on his menace creature. Um, but I mean, that thing's gonna get so many counters on this board state anyway.
He might choose to Firebolt that next turn rather than the 4/4.
Yeah, well, I mean, like it's going to be bigger than the 4/4, and it also
Yeah,
has menace, so definitely a prime firebolt target.
yeah. I think if he didn't have the judge, uh, like if he just went to combat and just had a random card in hand, there's a good chance Matthew just Firebolts the phalanx, but the judge changed the math here.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable. He should just eat his other food now. Yeah. So, I mean, Ents Fury can pick off something. It can kill that farmer, I guess.
Yeah, sure. Don't know if that's good enough, but we'll see.
Yeah, he needs to like he's gonna firebolt the judge. He's like pretty much has to.
Yeah, and there's no really bad draws for Ryan. I mean, a land gets him Resentful Revelation, and a non-land he can play anything in his deck. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Like you want to equip the reality chip to get the cards flowing, but you also don't want to equip the reality chip because you
Yeah, you
lose a
need to block.
blocker.
You
You
just need
get
to block
four.
him. He needs this.
Uh,
He needs this jellyfish to just stay as it is to block.
there's a Call the Mountain Chocobo on top. So like it does like quote unquote replace itself as a blocker, but so he's 9 mana. I mean, he can equip and play Call the Mountain Chocobo and then still have 3 mana up for the Bolt.
That might be the
But
play if he doesn't have anything else to do. I mean, it gives him the same amount of creatures in play, right?
yeah, but then you also have the Reality Chip equipped going forward.
Okay. So we got
Although it will
another.
probably
So we got another just a creature off the top here that you could play after, and it's actually one that can deal some damage. It's called the Inkrise Infiltrator. It's like a 2 mana flyer
oh
that can pump.
yeah, it's got like 4 mana +2/+2, right?
Yeah, like Ryan's deck, like most of his cards are just sort of they're okay, but it's just he just has a lot of things to do. A good curve, scrappy creatures. He's not playing bombs here, but he's affecting the board and he's attacking and he has a couple removals and he's on his way here in this game at least.
Yeah, and the Ink Race is likely going to do it here because Matthew doesn't have any answer or flyer. Yeah,
Yeah, like we saw his pool, he has a couple rares, but nothing like that makes your head spin around.
right.
Yeah, he is splashing for Squee and Aowen.
Both quite good cards.
But yeah, no, he's just like playing a bunch of 2 drops, playing a bunch of cheap stuff to do. Yeah, we
Yeah,
saw it work here.
I think that Matthew is definitely feeling the loss of those, lightning strikes and commies flares you passed up in this matchup for
Yeah, he
sure.
might have liked those. So looks like
He is.
yeah,
Yeah, go ahead.
no sideboarding yet. He has dragged the Battlefly Swarm to the side of his deck, indicating he may not want that.
Yeah,
But no,
Matthew's
nothing's
he
gone
is
yet.
he is bringing in his essence scatters, as just
Yeah, he
an
have
interaction that he can have on two.
yeah he needs it.
Boarding out some of his more expensive cards, he just taking out the Bath
Yeah, the thing
Song.
is, the Essence Scatter is not amazing against in the last round when your opponent has like double Red Mage's Rapier, Rally at the Hornburg, these things that don't get caught by Essence Scatter, but that's not the
Things that are
case here.
creatures that hard to actually. Yeah, essence scatter, counter target creature or thing that's basically a creature. Yeah, so he boarded out just a couple of his higher cost cards.
Yeah, nothing in or out yet, but he's carefully looking at his opponent's graveyard. I don't know how much he saw of Matthew's first round, if he knows the full extent of everything that he's doing. Looks like he's bringing in another red card here potentially, the Suplex. Interesting, he's not playing his Neva Stuck by Nightmares. I'm surprised by that.
Yeah, that's it's just it returns a creature or enchantment.
Yeah, like the random other text is like whatever, but it's also a menace creature, right? It's a
Yeah, the other text
Gravedigger.
is just like whenever an enchantment dies, it's alright.
Surprised to see that in the sideboard. Very surprised.
I mean, he may have felt it just wasn't aggressive enough, but even still, I think you want that kind of card.
Yeah, it's just like one of those cards I would have a hard time cutting from any deck where I was playing white and black as my main colors. Just
Well, yeah, especially with how many
I can't
creatures he has.
foresee a deck that I would cut it from.
And with the amount of creatures you have, it's like always going to be a 2 for 1. There's going to be something in the graveyard for you to bring back.
Okay, so he put in the Suplex. Just I guess he saw enough things. It kills artifacts, so it can kill that crab. It can kill a couple other things that he saw.
Yeah,
It's not amazing on the splash, but it'll do.
pretty solid opener here from Matthew. He's got one of each color basic, and then he has a curve of spells. He has a many partings on turn 1, Dreams of Lugin on 2, and then he has his frantic firebolt.
All right.
And he's got a Gladiolus as well.
So his early game, again, it's not interactive, but he is doing stuff. So
Yeah,
for Ryan, we got Shadow Summoning. We got Judge Magister. He's got a Hobbit Sting, Love Song of Night and Day, and an Air of Enlightenment. So just a bunch of stuff to do, all cheap, all giving a little bit of value.
yeah. Shadow Summoning is going to be tough for Matthew because he has no flyers in his hand, and he doesn't really have an efficient way of getting them off the board.
Yeah, Like the otter would be good against that, but he
Yeah, for
doesn't have
sure.
that.
You scryed to Essence Scatter on top, so I imagine you counter whatever Ryan's next creature is.
Yeah, it'd be funny if Ryan decided to play a saga next turn rather than a creature, but he did draw this for the turn, which is more bodies.
You,
So
you probably want to remove that
yeah,
from entering play.
okay. It would have been interesting if he decided to do a saga instead, but yeah, Matthew. Yeah, going wide is tough for Matthew. It's just he's good at handling things that are just like scaling at the same level that he is, which is slowly.
Yeah, I mean, still no more creatures. He's drawn another land, and he has a Clash of the Icons, which is not useful at the moment.
Yeah,
Probably just gonna flashback his draw spell and try and find something to deal with this.
yeah, and he has a bunch more stuff coming. He has Hobbit Sting, which will destroy anything. He has the Judge Magister, Love Song of Night and Day, Air of Enlightenment. Just got stuff to do. Things that do multiple things. The saga's good. Both of the sagas are good. All right, Unruly Catapult at least blocks on the ground, but these flyers just have free reign. It seems.
Um, yeah, he's kind of just at mercy of the two spirits at this point. He can like burn removal on them, but that feels bad with his deck not having a ton of removal, and he'll need it for other things that Ryan plays.
Yeah,
Really,
Matthew
just it's
has a reasonable amount of life gain, so he could stay alive for a bit. If he finds more foods. So Ryan has a bunch of choices here. If he wants to do two things, he would play the Air of Enlightenment and the Judge. Uh, Interesting. He's going for the removal here. I guess he just wants to get in damage now. The getting's good, I guess.
yeah, it seems reasonable. I mean, you saw when you see Matthew's deck in game one just not play a ton of creatures, it doesn't feel as bad to burn removal. I mean, this would be something that would be good to remove, but um,
He does not have a rule for that. We'll see if he can get enough damage through his flyers and menace here that he can get this game done.
yeah, he's still facing down 4 on board that he can't block.
Yeah,
But next turn he can. His hand is Frantic Fireball and double Fight Spell. He has Clash of the
yeah.
Icons
He
and
sees
Fury,
two
so
lands here. Puts them both on the bottom. Of course, he's going to draw his Imperial Oath next turn, as you do. But he does have another play here, which is the
okay.
so he's not giving his opponents cards here. He's just going straight for level two.
Oh, all right. I mean, he's trying to Clive. It's a good card. It not exactly what you want to be playing at the moment, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
He, I mean, he's
he has to drop his whole hand, right?
yeah, he's definitely gonna want to throw some of his removal spells out there to
Yeah, he
more
does have
lands
to.
off.
It's getting to the point where he does have to start using removals.
Yeah, well, he has Zen's Fury and Clash the Icons, so he can fight some stuff.
Okay.
But it feels so bad just like fighting 1/1 flying tokens.
Yeah, no, it does not feel good. Can confirm. Does not feel good. I mean, he has to kill the judge, I think, before anything
Yeah,
else.
yeah, that's his primary target. He's targeting with Fury right now. Um, I think he's probably just gonna Clash of the Icons one of the birds. Like, it sucks, but it is what it is. You're facing 3 in the air and you're at 7.
If he had a better play, I'm sure he would make it.
Yeah, where's the fire magic when you need one, right?
Fire magic. That would be good. Yeah, didn't see any of those. I don't think anybody. I didn't see it in anybody's decks.
There was one open at all.
Excuse me. Yeah, he's just gonna pick off these
Yep, he's
little
fighting the bird.
creatures. I mean, do what you got to do. We know what his deck can do as long as he survives. It can just outcard and
I wonder,
outpower. But
I wonder if he'll attack here.
for eight,
I mean, he has the fireball, so he can fireball, and he has the food. Like eight's a lot of damage, and Ryan's he doesn't have a ton of cards in hand. Um,
I mean, he has an extra 5 life. Does Ryan? So That's
Yeah, he'll
unfortunate.
gain 2 off the era. Okay, and you gotta kill your opponent at some point, and 8 damage is a good chunk of your opponent's life total. I don't hate
And
it.
he's drawn land number 6 here, so not of any use. He's got Paladin's Arms in hand,
Okay.
which is another body. Just Fireball on the flyer, not fancy, but there were 3 flyers in play. Now there's one, so that one is maybe manageable.
Yeah, it looks a little better. I mean, he's got
He
Clive
should
coming
play
down
this. He
next
should
turn.
play this land here. He saw his opponent. I mean, he doesn't have black, but he saw his opponent had Phyrexian Espionage. He should just play his land here.
Uh,
It's like imagine if he
yeah,
did somehow have that, and then he draws a 6 drop. It would just be like disaster.
it would be unfortunate.
So he does get to draw 3 here, which is pretty decent.
Yeah, discarding Precious Wandering is useful right now.
Don't need that. He does have 3 extra life here.
Draws were, I mean, they weren't awesome. He drew 2 lands and the
Okay.
best song.
Says I'm good with attacking.
One of the lands was a Shire Terrace.
Oh, he's blocking. Interesting.
I don't think you block there. I mean, you can get your opponent to 2 next turn, I guess.
Yeah, it's not a lot.
Well, if you equip Paladin's Arms to the flyer, you swing out. They take 5. They got a 1. Um, but then like Clive flipping is pretty threatening. Does it have flying on the back? No, it has no.
Another land here is no good at all. The game is
It,
may potentially slipping away here. We'll see.
I mean, he has a block. He just swings again. So his only non-land draw from Clive was the Bass Song, so that can find him some more cards.
Yeah.
Um, and hopefully get him an answer. Because flipping Clive doesn't, that doesn't save you because you're dead on the
It's
ground
a
even if you
9/9
fight
that
the flyer.
fights.
Yeah, so you can fight the flyer, but then you just die to ground attackers, and his draw for turn was another land.
All right. Well, this flyer is looks like it's going to do it. I mean, he has to play Bath Song, I suppose, or he can fight the
Yeah,
flyer. Uh,
he
but
can fight the flyer, but he doesn't have anything else to do, so he'll just die to attacks on the ground.
yep, he'll take 2 damage, and yeah, well, that won't work.
Or no, he's at 2. Sorry. So I guess you can flip
Well, no, he
Clive.
can he can attach the Paladin's Arms to the 1/1.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Um, he is transforming. It looks like.
But he doesn't have anything else to do.
I mean, you can play the bass song, but he'll be tapped out. Okay.
Yeah, he will.
I think he realized that that's a losing play. Yeah, he is going to play the bass song
Yeah,
here.
absolutely. Yeah, there's you have to play it
You just have to, yeah.
because fighting it will leave him dead.
Yep.
Okay.
Wow. He's actually he drew almost exactly what he needed. I mean, this he drew a poo poo UFO and a Tamiyo's completion.
So
So
Ryan is telling us Matthew's deck is way cooler, which is easy to say when you're in a position to
yeah,
potentially win.
I mean these draws were beyond like perfect because he's got a blocker for that flyer and a Tamiyo's completion for one of Ryan's attackers.
Anna
So
Swamp
he's actually
here is looking pretty bad now.
he's managed to stay alive. Quite lucky draws, I gotta say, from Vincent, or sorry, I just read Vincent's name in Discord
Yeah,
from
Matthew.
Matthew there.
And of note, there are no towns in his deck. This is just a 2 mana 0/4 that can ramp you if you have extra
Yeah, well
land
now it's a 2 minute 0 for this, so you get to keep playing the game
for a turn. Yeah.
for a turn. Well, next turn he can fight, and then it's like actually not. It doesn't kill him. Next turn to flip. Oh, he can pump his poo poo UFO to keep it alive with the Shire Terrace. That's kind of cool.
Okay.
Very nice.
He's got. This is not the first time we've seen him use his tricksy little uh, trigger here on defense or not on offense.
Yeah, I don't know. I've seen Gladiolus be like such a defensively oriented card before. It's kind of
I mean,
cool.
look, Matthew's doing all sorts of stuff that nobody was expecting today. So I'm kind of happy it was the feature draft. I've never been more unsure of what the final deck was going to look like.
Yeah, it's weird because you look at it and it doesn't have a ton of removal.
Nope.
It doesn't have like a bunch of big bombs, but it's certainly functioning.
And
I
the
mean,
early
he's
game is lacking as well, but the mid to late game, he just has stuff to do. He has some card draw, he has some beaters,
yeah.
and now he says,
Um,
"Time to attack."
he's gonna ping off the 1/1 so I can't jump block. And then he has mana for both Blossom Prancer and he has completion in hand.
Yeah, so this game is looks like we're going to game three.
Yeah. The Bath Song, he was hovering over it to cut it in the sideboard and decided to leave it in, and it's kept him alive this game.
And there was quite a few cards when he took that Bath Song that I thought probably merited consideration over it. I don't remember the exact ones now, but I remember when he was taking, I was like, "Oh, it's okay. It's just like a slow, dirty card," but it worked out here. We'll say.
Well, he whiffed off Blossom Prancer, but honestly, the
He gained
life is
life.
might be more valuable at this
What, he
point.
gained 4 life?
Yeah, for life.
Sick. Like, he's got Vane's Treachery here, but it's not going to be enough, or even close to enough.
Yeah, the Blossom Prancer having reach too. The treachery not being able to kill Gladiolus either, pretty relevant.
Yeah, that's pretty bad for him too. Yeah, I mean, there'll be a few moments here where people are doing stuff, but the game will be ending momentarily. Yeah, just a couple lands when Ryan needed spells, like those couple turns. Like, if you would have drawn a removal or something, you could have put the game away.
Yeah, should be lethal. Um,
And Ryan had a good hand too. Like, he curved out, he played a bunch of flyers. He sort of did what his deck was trying to do, but Matthew just went over the top and stayed alive just long enough to get the win here.
shuffling only his frantic firebolt in.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
Evolving Wild's also off the top for
Yeah. Okay.
the trample. Yeah. At this point, Matthew went through the motions.
So I mean, like I said, deck. I wasn't sure what to make of his deck, but Matthew, that is. But I mean, it's functioning at a pretty high level from what we've seen. We sort of seen what it can fold to a little bit in a really assertive early game. But I mean, Ryan had a pretty good early game here, and still Matthew was able to pull it out there right at the end.
His he got into his sideboard and immediately went into the search bar and typed reach. So he ended up putting that Legolas and the 1/4 Legolas
Yeah.
because he did see a good amount of flyers that game.
Where's the tide
Since
pool turtle? Yeah.
oh, the Tide Pool Turtle doesn't reach.
But it wins games.
Might not be winning this game.
Yeah, no, I'm not I've never been a data guy, but I think somebody said it like back in the time of DMU, it was like the lowest ranked common for win rate in the entire set.
Yeah.
It was like, it wasn't just like bad filler; it was like actively terrible to put into your deck, even though it doesn't look like it's like unplayable.
Yeah, I mean it looks all
Okay,
right. I
so we
think
got
DMU is
a summon
yeah.
Chocobog and an Ariet's Whisper that might be brought in here.
I'm I'm surprised he's not running the Chocomog in his main deck, honestly.
Yeah, he goes wide enough for it to be worth it. It's what it's
Yeah,
three. It's 3 pumps or 2 pumps.
it's 3 pumps. Well,
That's good.
I mean 4
Four.
technically, but it
Okay,
can't.
yeah, yeah.
It doesn't swing. It only swings twice, but it pumps your board 4 times.
Yeah, that seems good. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm looking at like Circle of Power and like in his deck, I'm like, that's like a good card, but I think in this matchup, you want to be more assertive. Like, one card draw spell is not going to matter when your opponent's drawing as many cards as Matthew can.
Yeah, I think so as well. I
Like,
mean, the wizard like might be able to finish the game, but even so, like I didn't even like Circle of Power that much in Final
so he
Fantasy
brought out
Draft.
Kellen. He did leave the Circle of Power. He took out Kellen's light blades. I didn't see exactly what he took out for the other cut because he brought in Ariet's Whisper, which is like a mine rot,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the Chocobo.
I think Kellen's Light Blade's a smart cut. It's not assertive, and so like just cutting it for something that's more like impactful on board. Like the Light Blades has to, the creature already has to be in combat, which is not great for an aggressive deck.
Yeah, so we got in hand here two Kamigawa cards and a Ninja's Blade, which is kind of like a honorary
Okay,
Kamigawa card.
it counts.
Uh, so we got the Inkrise Infiltrator, which is being cast. He's got an Arrow of Enlightenment, which he can't cast yet. And he's got a Crossroad Village and two Swamps and a Ninja Blades.
Okay,
Matthew's got what going on over
yeah.
there?
He's he didn't have an island, but he had the Lorien revealed. So he has one land, he has a mountain.
Okay,
Um,
good enough.
he has he
Oh,
has
there's
the
a thing.
Legolas boarded in. Um, both the Clash of the Icons and the Ant's Fury. He has a Birthday Escape, Experimental Synthesizer, and then a very sad Essence Scatter that can, in fact, not counter Ninja's plates.
Yeah, Legolas. I still have to read that card like every time.
So, Legolas,
I know
if
what it
it
does, but
lives,
it's weird.
yeah, if it lives, it's going to be really good in this hand because he has both Clash of the Icons and Ant's Fury, both of which are fight spells,
It just
so
wipes
they will give
everything.
the Legolas a counter and let it fight something else.
Yeah, yeah, it just wipes out everything here. This is going to
Uh,
be another sideboard work of art here. I think perhaps.
Yeah, I mean, I think he just boarded in the Legolas because it had reach. Uh, I don't know that he was anticipating to trigger it very much, but it certainly looks really good with what's in his hand right now.
Okay, he's just going to let it go. He says this Legolas is a little too important here.
Yeah, he needs it to live. Like, if Ryan were to play a pump spell there, this hand kind of falls apart because it has no other creatures.
Yeah. So he's choosing what to discard here, whether he wants to discard a land or a cult conscript.
Okay. Does he have more land stand as well?
He has two swamps and a crossroad village. So
Okay.
yeah, not blocking with the Legolas. It's probably signaling to Ryan he has one of his fight spells. Like that's basically like a almost like an open tell that he has one of his fight spells.
Yeah,
The fact it didn't block, so there's gonna be a few creatures hitting the graveyard here.
that there is. Yeah, he can. I mean, he can technically kill the entire battlefield right now if he wants.
Even through the ward.
Even through the ward, because he has Ents
Okay,
Fury
do it.
and Clash of the Icons, which is 3 mana, plus the Ward of 1.
This is yeah, again, just bringing in a sideboard card and just having it do insanely powerful things. Well, I
I
wouldn't say the
mean,
Tide Pool Turtle did anything insanely powerful, but it carried. It has a large back, so it carried.
your opponent, yeah, I mean, like, your opponent going, like, turn 3, play 3 drop into turn 4, kill your entire battlefield has got to be, like, pretty demoralizing for an assertive deck.
Yeah, and he just has an Air of Enlightenment behind.
Yeah,
Um,
that's rough to come back from. Um,
yeah, he says nice now, but I don't know how nice it's going to be when the other two things end up in the graveyard. Good lord.
yeah,
Good lord. Also, best Legolas I've ever seen.
it's like the only Legolas I've ever seen. No one played this card.
I mean, once in a while, when I dared to put Forest in my deck,
Okay,
Legolas.
he's not actually going for the Ents Fury right now, but
Okay, he's actually not doing it here. Interesting.
yeah, I guess he's thinking to save it for something a little more impactful than Conscript.
Okay, he sees
I don't
Argivian Phalanx and a land. I guess he's going to go for the Phalanx. Yeah, that seems good.
know. Well, it seems good right now.
He can equip the blades, but still can't attack into the 2/5.
It's a big butt.
I mean, this is what you have to do in Megadraft. You have to find ways to use cards that are not obviously great on their face,
Yep. There
especially
goes the
with
rest of it.
with the level of competition. Like you have to be able to like you did like sideboard in these cards that are just like okay maybe it'll be good against this deck and just have it be good and be correct about it. Yeah, Ryan is we'll say not pleased if
Yeah, I can't say I blame him.
I'm sure he appreciates the novelty of what's going on, but not happy to have it
Yeah,
happen at his expense.
yeah, I can appreciate the novelty of what's going on, and also be glad I'm not on the receiving end of it.
Yeah, I got a 4-4 here, but that's kind of small game at this time.
Well, we don't got a 4/4.
Oh, that's the essence scatter that he brought in,
Another sideboard card.
and now 4 cards versus 0. I mean,
Yeah, I mean at this point, like feels like the game is all but over, especially given the contents of Ryan's deck. It's not really meant to play this late game or come back from top decking.
well, it's also not meant to have your opponent just wipe out your whole board with 2 removals and you have 4 creatures and they have one. Like, it's also not meant for that. Let's say.
He's got an ice magic in hand now too, so he has some more
And
interaction.
he's got level 2 of the ring, man. This is just everything's working out here.
I mean, hey, we had one Lord of the Rings pack, and we saw Chris get to level
Well,
4 in
when you got to do it,
previous
you
game.
got to do it.
Yikes! And also, two more cards that you don't really want Matthew to have.
There's
It's another Essence Scatter and a Frolicking
I
Familiar.
don't know how many things I dislike more than playing a card that gives my opponent card advantage. I mean, yeah, like we're drawing the cards too, but we use the card to do it.
Yeah,
Like
I had
I
to
use the
play
card
this
to do
card.
it. It's so when you're behind and you need cards, you do it. Unfortunately, he just found more lands.
He found Matthew more non-lands, which is even more unfortunate.
Okay, he did find a card here that may be able to get him somewhere here.
Okay. Also, notably, not a creature for the other Essence Scatter that's in
He's got
Matthew's
a
hand.
suplex and a shadow summoning.
Okay. I don't know that Suplex does a whole lot right now.
I don't know that shadow summoning does either.
Yeah, I mean, it puts stuff on the board at the very least.
Yeah, I think he's just throwing all 3 at the bottom, the land and the 2 spells. Just has to do better at this point, I guess.
Yeah. Um, so Matthew's actually drawn a Chocobo Kick, which is also another fight and or
Oh,
bite.
stop it! Stop
So
it!
he'll be able to trigger his Legolas, both halves of his Legolas, a third time.
Okay.
Pretty brutal. Okay, she's gonna ping the bird. That seems fine. Oh no,
Yep.
it targets.
Yep.
I forgot about that. Man, this Legolas MVP of this
I
match
mean,
for
like,
sure.
if green was a good color, like in Lord of the Rings, I think Legolas would have been like a pretty sought after rare to play in limited.
Yeah, I agree. I
It's
mean,
just
it's just saying
forest
like
forest was illegal, so to put in your
it's like
deck.
when you
Hey,
kill something else.
he's
Like,
here. Turtle's here. Game over. Sorry.
pack it up, folks.
That's the reason this game's done is the turtle. It's no other reason whatsoever.
Yeah, definitely not the Legolas that's killed 6 creatures. It's actually about to kill more creatures because he's gonna ice magic something.
Oh no. Okay. We may this
This,
may I don't know how much Ryan is into playing the game past the point of no return, but it may if he did block like that and got blown out, that may be enough to pack it in. But
he's still gonna kill 2 of the samurai.
yeah, he said, well, if look what would have happened if you blocked. You would have lost your other one.
I already hear your voice. Do I have to keep playing this game?
I mean, he's got a Chocomog, but still not. That might have been good a couple turns back.
Yeah, Chocomog when he had,
I
a
just
paladin's arms and 3 samurai.
I'm so sad to have passed Legolas. I'm sure everybody is after seeing this.
It actually remind me, or correct me if I'm wrong, but it wheeled, right? It was in like his opening pack and it came back.
Um, I know the Simic one did.
I thought he opened the Legolas in his Lord of the Rings pack and he got it pick
Yeah,
9.
yeah, exactly. I mean, he does have the spells to go with it. I think I just think people just rated it so low just because green was bad. I
Like
think
they
like
were.
I think this card is like actively good. I probably wouldn't cut it from any green deck where I had a couple of removals, especially fight spells or bite spells, whatever.
Yeah, I agree.
Like I think as a standalone card, Legolas is quite good.
Got the blue from All Will Be One syndrome, where some of those blue cards are actually fine, except not in a format where you die in turn 4.
Yeah, same idea. Yeah, just okay. I mean, we do have a 6/5 samurai here, but I don't know how well that's going to do.
He's going to be able to Chocobo kick with his Frolicking Familiar.
He'll need an extra mana, and there it is. All right,
Yeah,
so
so
again, like Matthew's deck just doing its thing, like just playing cards, like not too much synergy going on, just
yeah.
playing stuff. Legolas just like again making use of these like unsung cards, right? That's the whole point of this.
He he has to figure out which ward trigger is going where because he doesn't have the mana to pay both, and he if he pays the one for Legolas, his actual spell will get countered.
Hmm.
I see him just thumbing through the stack trying to figure out what's going
Did we
on.
get
I
there?
think he I think you got it.
I
Yeah.
think the
Okay.
Legolas, yeah, the Legolas 3 damage trigger got fizzled,
Yeah, which was his intention.
and I don't know what he can draw here that would make him continue the game, but I guess we'll see. A plains is not going to be it. So Matthew's going to the finals here. Chance to win this mega draft, which will put him in a position to battle the other mega drafts. We'll see if Matthew's able to do that as he goes to round 3 with his Teamer Legolas Turtle deck here in our mega draft this afternoon. So congratulations to Matthew taking the second round as well. And we'll see you in a bit for the final round.